Well, just done fueling up, pulled forward, and I'm currently waiting for Malik to come and show up. I checked the loads. The load is doing perfectly fine. My friend Malik, he is on his way to give me 2 tarps. Yay! That is especially being used. Well, those 2 tarps will be used for, oops, my glass. Those 2 tarps will be used for onions, especially, and it will not be used for anything else. Because here in a second I'll explain why I will be using those for onions only, and how that can save you a little time. There you go. Not much, man. How are you? Yeah, I'm gonna put one over here and one over there.
Okay. You got some gloves?
Good morning from Santa Rosa, New Mexico. It is part of the day when your voice sounds so charismatic, but your eyes are swollen because I just woke up. Anyways, the load is doing well. I wanted to go ahead and tell you guys why, like what's so special about the tarp that Malik gave me. Basically, I wanted to have a custom-made tarp for hauling onions, because every time you haul onions, they don't require you that you tarp the entire load. And one reason behind that is that when it's too hot outside, the black tarp obviously attracts more heat, and then it ends up cooking the onions underneath the tarp. So to avoid that, they just want you to top tarp it, like put a tarp on top of it and leave the sides open. And that's generally because when you put a tarp on top of it, it will facilitate skewing down the onions, and not necessarily because they don't want the onions to be wet. They don't care if it gets rained on or whatnot. So I was thinking to call a company and make a custom tarp just for onions, and that's like 8 feet wide and with no drops. So as I was speaking to Malik, and he said, I have 2 tarps that I'm not using, and I'm thinking to haul onions in the future. Why not I cut my tarp right in the middle, where it gives you like 8 feet, a little over 8 feet, and then you can keep one half and I can keep the other half. And I said, well, if you don't mind, I'll take that because otherwise I'd have to pay, I guess, $200 to $250 per tarp, which you need 2 of them, so that's $500. So Malik really saved me $500, and he went out of his way and brought the tarp to the truck stop, where it was like 25 miles away from where he lives, and he didn't charge me anything. So I'm happy about that. So anyways, this is what a typical tarp looks like when you fold it. Like you start like this, and then you fold it from the left side to the middle, from the right side to the middle, and then you fold it again, and then you roll up like that. So when you put the tarp on top of your load, you just unfold it like this, and then this will be your drop. So when you have a load, let's say this is the edge of your load, this will drop like this, and then you skewer it. But what Malik did is he went ahead and cut it straight from the middle, right in the middle like that, and he gave me a half. I kept half. Well, he kept half, I kept half. Otherwise, when you get an onion load, you end up tarping it like this, where you have extra tarp on top of it, which I really like. It doesn't cause any issues, but I don't like to have extra tarp where your tarp starts flapping, and maybe people think that you don't have your load skewered properly. But anyways, I hope that explains it. I need to do a pre-trip real quick and then get on the road. So I had my sisters to bring me some fresh clothes, and she also did not forget to bring me food. Look, my mom and my sisters, they are the best people in the world, as well as your sisters and your mom. They are best too, I assume. Got a lot of meat as well. This is shawarma, and you can make sandwiches with those. So, and you can put it in a freezer, and you can hold up pretty well. My freezer is really good. But anyways, I am glad that I have really good family. I am so blessed for that. Like I rather have $0 or zero money, but have a good family, and I think I have both. So I'm really blessed for that.
Your bachelor's degree.
Oh, okay. What was your name?
Savian.
Savian.
Yeah.
Hey guys, picked up a nice gentleman, Savian. He wanted to go to Flagstaff, Arizona, and you know I usually do this route, so I didn't mind picking him up.
Super grateful.
Nice.
Awesome. Got picked up in the first 10 minutes that I was at that travel stop. Awesome.
Thank
Get
you.
to ride all the way to where I want to go. It's great.
Nice.
In like hot, like 80-degree weather in Moab, and we got caught in a blizzard. And it was the most dangerous drive I've ever been on. It was so scary. Full right now. It could be much fuller.
Yeah.
It, like the brain extends upward. All right. Whoops. What's it? We gotta fix something here.
No, it was just like this going back. Do you need this anymore?
Yeah, you like my sign?
Nice.
All right.
Alright, boss.
Thank you so much.
You can leave it. I have a tracker with me.
Oh, is it okay if I leave this?
Yeah.
Thank
I
you
have a
so
tracker.
much.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Have a good rest of your
Yes,
trip.
sir. You enjoy your time,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, enjoy your travels.
Yes, sir.
I'll be watching.
Yep, please do. By the way, I dropped Savian. That was the name of the gentleman who I picked up in Albuquerque. He had a sign saying Flagstaff, and I stopped and said, "You going to Flagstaff?" He says, "Obviously yes." And I said, "Well, I'm headed that way as well. I can take you over there." And it turns out that he is a student who does rock climbing, and he's taking like 6 months, 6 weeks off from his summer break and going to Yosemite National Park and rock climbing there. But on the way, he wants to stop in Flagstaff and do a little rock climbing in Flagstaff as well. So I said, well, I could make that happen because I know you're on a budget. And honestly, I have hitchhiked myself as well in Bolivia, in Colombia, and when I went in Europe, I hitchhiked, and it's just like a very adventurous way of traveling, rather than just taking the conventional buses and trains and airplanes. It's just so boring when you do that. But when you try hitchhiking, although you're taking a little bit of risk, I understand, but ultimately you get to meet people who are also interesting, because you usually get picked up by a person who has either been hitchhiking before, or like they like traveling like myself. So that's why I picked him up. I also just don't randomly pick up just don't close my eyes and pick up any person, because you have to do like a visual judgment really quick, and then if they do meet your standards, you obviously pick them up. I usually don't pick up people who seem to be having issues, because their issues could be mine. But in this case, judging the book by its cover, it seemed like it was okay to pick up Sabians, and it sure was. So I am safe. I know I posted it on Instagram that I picked them up, and like a few hours later people reached out and said, "Hey Yusuf, we need an update, are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." But anyways, so let's get on the road. I'm done doing my pre-trip, but I'm just waiting for the clock to reset, and then I'm 45 minutes away. Rate confirmation says they start receiving at 7 a.m. My BOL says they start receiving at 7 a.m. When I called, the guy said 7 a.m. However, when I walk in, the security guy says 7:30. So, who do you believe? But anyways, I have like half an hour to wait, so that's not a problem. And I cannot unskewer because I'm on an uphill, first of all. And second of all, I would not think of unskewering something like that unless I know for sure they will offload me exactly where I am, and I'm not sitting on a incline or a decline. So
I can unchain too?
yeah,
Okay.
that's where he's gonna load it. I just wanted you to save some time so that you don't have to wait over there.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
After an hour of waiting, we have gotten offloaded. This will conclude this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next one. Bye.